Well done to making it to video number 12 in this series of work solutions for Edexcel GCSE Computer Science. In this video we're going to go through how to get to the answers for question 4b, which is about the speed of different storage devices, and then we're going to talk through the keywords for question 4c. So remember, you can download this past paper from the link in the description underneath the video. So this question, we need to rate each of these storage devices from the fastest, number 1, to the slowest, number 5. So if we have a quick look at the diagram that we showed in the previous video, we said that the fastest thing inside a computer is the CPU. It has a clock tick which synchronizes and controls everything. A clock tick is just something that changes repeatedly from binary 0 to binary 1. And every time it changes from 0 to 1, the CPU can access data stored in a register. So registers store one single value or one single instruction, but they're very, very fast. Then you've got some short-term storage, like when you're revising, the equivalent of the back of your hand or a post-it note, that's your cache. And your CPU will always try and read or write to cache first before RAM, because it's so much faster. But because cache is only quite small, if you haven't got the data that you're trying to access stored in cache, you then have to resort to something bigger, which is your RAM. So your RAM is the next largest and the next slowest. And then the next largest and slowest after that is your hard disk, and the next largest and slowest is your tape drive. So one thing we haven't got in this diagram is your solid state drive, and a solid state drive would sit between RAM and hard disk. So a solid state drive tends to store less than a hard disk, but it tends to be faster than a hard disk. And a solid state drive tends to store more than your RAM, but is slower than your RAM. So let's then put these in order. Your register is the fastest, that's number 1. Then your cache, and then you've got your random access memory, your RAM. Then you've got your hard disk drive, and then you've got your backup drive. So 3 marks available here. If you got 1 or 2 of them right, you get 1 mark. If you get 3 or 4 of them right, you get 2 marks. And then if all 5 are right, you get all 3 here. So in 4 part C, nice short one coming up, 2 marks for saying what will happen if you double the clock speed. So we're looking for some keywords here. I'd recommend you have a look at your revision notes for clock speeds and have a look at the keyword activities. What would happen if the clock speed suddenly doubles in speed in terms of the performance of your CPU? Okay, hope this has been useful, and we'll go through how to get to the answers in the next video.